Yeah, Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah. Anyway, 44th President of the United States. He was inducted in January 29th, 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Good stuff, good stuff. But my thing was basically on how they were basically looking over his career and stuff like that and what he did. And I've been asked a couple of times, what do I personally think of him? And when from the very first time he was elected to how he's been over the past 2 years, 2.5 years, or however long he's been in there, has to at least be over 2 years, I know. And honestly, I mean, there's nothing really I can say about him because I don't really hate the guy. I mean, granted, I actually didn't like the guy a lot when he first started out. I'll be the first one to be honest about that. But the thing is, though, is that at this point, it's like, no matter who becomes president, they're not going to solve anything. They're not going to change anything. I'm going to be honest about it right now. It doesn't matter whether they're black, white, Hispanic, or Mexican, or what, Irish, whatever. I mean, they're not going to change anything. I mean, I'm just being honest about it. They're not. No president is going to change anything. They can go ahead and try, and I give them props to the ones that actually really do want to try. Maybe Obama was one of them, or maybe he just wanted to get in there. I don't know. But for publicity, I don't know. But only of course Obama really just know that. And no president I think in our time is ever really going to change anything. They can go ahead and try, and some of them may just fake it. I don't know, but in the end of the day, they're not really going to change anything. I give them props for trying though, and good luck to you. I mean, but to be honest, we're just so screwed up right now. We have a lot of problems, and anyway, besides that point, I was looking up how as new campaign because I used to really be involved in politics and looking that kind of stuff up on the internet, and I haven't done that in forever, in quite a few years now. And so I go back on there and I see that he's trying to do a positive campaign. Obama is to get himself reelected. I don't know when the reelection happens, but I think it either happens this year or next year, one or the other. Not too sure. And anyway, so he is doing a positive campaign. Yeah, he's doing a positive campaign and saying about how he gave, quote unquote, he gave America back its groove or something like that. And I'm just sitting here like, I mean, I'm not Obama's hater or anything like that. I mean, I'm definitely not his lover. I don't like the guy, but I mean, I don't hate him either. So it's like, you know, gave America back its groove? Really? I mean, we don't need music. I mean, or funk groove. We need the tax to go down, don't we? I mean, wasn't that the whole point of having the president I mean, well, not just for tax, but for other stuff, all that foreign stuff and that. But that wasn't anything he wanted. Change, right? I remember that old thing he used to say, "Yes, we can," which, by the way, was used in soccer games way before Obama even used that, or anyone else can use that. It was used in soccer games all the time, especially by Mexicans in the soccer games for FIFA, right? They'd be yelling out "Si se puede," which means "Yes, we can" in Spanish, basically. But just want to point that out right there. No one really messes with that. That is certain in soccer games and maybe in other sports too. But anyway, so I mean, the point is this: gave America back its groove. Well, that's great and all, but I mean, I get that he's trying to use optimism or positivity to positivity. Anyway, to get reelected with all the how America's going to run better and better, but how is it looking better when we have? Let me see what we have here. We have rising oil prices. We have European debt. We have foreign policy looming with all this trouble from the stuff with Mexico, the drug cartel. We have the terrorist problem still. That isn't gone yet. We took a lot of troops out of there, if I remember correctly, from looking at my news class. And it's just like, what the heck? I mean, it's great that you're being positive. I mean, I love being positive too. I love being positive. I like to keep a happy smile on my face. But let's be honest. What have you done? What have you changed? Nothing at all. I'm just being honest. I'm probably getting a lot of dislikes on YouTube for this, but it's the truth. Have you changed anything? No, you haven't. Sorry. And let's see how much time I got left in this video. The last thing I want to talk about I still got time. I got a minute or two left. Is about Kony. The Kony issue. If you guys have heard about it, it's about the thing from got all popular on YouTube, and now everyone's talking about it. Or at least that's what I've heard from all this stuff on YouTube about it. But about how Kony is now officially, they're trying to make him this whole big deal, which, I mean, he is, because he is a criminal, tyrant leader, dictator person over there in Uganda, Africa. I'm pretty sure it's Uganda, that is in Africa, of course, and he's young men, or young boys, children, he's making young boys into soldiers, and he's selling young girls as sex slaves for money, if I'm not mistaken. Now, that's very wrong, and I do not support that in any way whatsoever. And I'm a firm believer in you get the punishments that you deserve from the things that you do in this life. You know what I mean? And of course, you will get his one day. Kony will be punished one day. But I don't. Look, here's the thing. We have so many problems right now in America, and we have so many things in our own country. So many issues, so many problems. And we used all of our power. The people did, because I remember I was seeing the video the first time about how Obama, the White House in general, not Obama, but the government in general, did not want to get involved with Kony at all. They didn't want to get involved with him. But here's the thing, now. We have our own problems. We had that huge tornado stuff that happened in a few different states at the same time, causing millions of multiple house damages. We have all that going on. They're building stuff from the Hurricane Katrina stuff, I think, if I'm not mistaken. From Hurricane Katrina that happened in Louisiana, one other state probably, something like that. It's been a little while now, and we're still rebuilding over that. And there's still the taxes, and there's also the drug cartel, and there's also the terrorist issue. Come on. If we can't even solve our own tax issue, why are we gonna go to war, or help go to war again? And our issue, when we're still at war, people say we won the war, but to me, we haven't until our troops are out of Iraq and Afghanistan. They're out of it. Not still a few still in there. No, it doesn't work like that to me. It just doesn't work like that. You're either all out or you're all in. Simple as that. And so there's just no point to it. I would love for us to go over there and help them out, which we are anyway, I think. And it's great that all of the American people that have joined Garrett to do that, that's great. But I, for one, cannot volunteer for that, because I just don't think we should right now. We have our own problems, and if we could use all that voice, use it all in one big card, the same way that you guys did on Kony, in the YouTube video, to get to Garrett and make the government care about Kony. Why can't we all do the same about the taxes? Why can't we? Tell me that right now, please. If we all there's power in numbers, you guys can just show it right there, forcing the government to take consideration and to actually do something about Kony. Multiple times. Way to go, you guys. You did a great job. Now do it for us. It's great to have other people around us. I'm not trying to say, let's worry about ours first, but we need to start caring about us too. Okay, I love our country as much as the next guy. I'm biracial, but, I have different races in me. But we need to worry about us, our home country. If we don't, well, there's no point. And that is all from Michael News channel at 777-777-7777. If that was 97.